for the start. And they're off. And Gandria is the first away from the gate. And then toward the outside, Insight, and farthest out Anguilla. Cafe Latte is up close to the early pace. Perfect Sting is right there. Pleasant Temper, normally in front, is well behind. Caught in traffic early. Pleasant Temper. Gandria, the Canadian, will be the early leader here with Anguilla to offer mild pressure through the opening furlongs. Insight down inside, saving ground in third position. And it's Perfect Sting racing in fourth. Coretta 3 wide around the first turn, fifth. Cafe Latte has settled nicely about 5 lengths from front running Gandria. Cafe Latte in sixth position. Zomarada is seventh, soaring softly on the outside, eighth. Natalie 2 is now ninth. And then it's Louvre racing in 10th position, followed by Spanish Fern. Pleasant Tempers near the back of the pack. Borgia and Mossflower complete the field. The opening quarter went in 25 seconds flat, and a fairly comfortable opening half mile here of 49 1/5 seconds. And now the field moves into the clubhouse turn. Gandria and Anguilla still running 1-2. Insight with that coveted spot in behind the lead and saving ground, still racing in third position. Coretta to her outside is racing in fourth. Perfect Sting is fifth, unhurried 6 lengths from the lead. Zomarada running in seventh position. Cafe Latte now gets a nudge and has now dropped back 8 lengths from the lead. Soaring Softly is now running in ninth position, followed by Natalie 2. Then Louvre. Spanish Fern is launching a bit outside horses as the field runs down the backstretch. Now 4 furlongs to go, and it is now Anguilla in front. Anguilla the leader as the field moves into the far turn. Coretta kicks in. Coretta with a decisive move to challenge for the lead as the field moves into the far turn. Soaring Softly is picking off horses one by one. She is rocketing on the far outside. Zomarada moves into contention. She's now third. Soaring Softly has moved up in the pack. She's now only 2 lengths from the lead. Racing fourth. Cafe Latte splitting horses fifth. Spanish Fern sixth on the outside. Then Low. Perfect Sting buried at the rail, and the field hits the top of the stretch. Coretta kicks in, driving on the lead. Zomarada full out second. Soaring Softly flying down the side of the track, and Cafe Latte down toward the rail. She'll need some running room on their opening there. Here's Coretta, here's Soaring Softly, and Soaring Softly is the winner. Soaring Softly, the queen of the American Green. A 4-way photo for second among Coretta. Late running Borgia was also right there. Cafe Latte also in that photo for second. The final time here, Soaring Softly, filly and mare, turf champion, 2:13 and 4.
He's a maverick. He's Frank Stronach. Tom, back to you.
Okay. All right, Bob Newmeyer, as we check the current odds, Petrushka 7-5, 7-1 on Tranquility Lake. Perfect Stings at 5-1, Snowpolina 8-1, Colstar at 9-1, Catella 13, and Cafe Latte at 16-1. Well, Frank Stronach has shaken up the racing world. He owns Santa Anita, Gulfstream, and other tracks, and the NTRA and the Breeders' Cup have merged now, and the fact that Stronach says his tracks may not participate anymore would be quite a blow to them. It also may cost Santa Anita a chance to host the Breeders' Cup in 2002, as the NTRA created to, among other things, promote the sport and has had the endorsement of most all in racing. But Stronach has been a maverick and is at least threatening to pull out his tracks, and has announced he will pull out his tracks, and some in the Mid-Atlantic region also saying they will leave. Horses on the track for the fillies and mares turf. Petrushka, supplemented for $90,000 by Highclere, founded by Harry Herbert, son of the Queen's racing manager, and trained by Sir Michael Stout, who just wrapped up his 6th British training title. Number 2, Tout Charmant. Trainer Ron McAnally knows his way to the Breeders' Cup winner's circle. He's won 4 times. Pulled the upset of Perfect Sting with this filly's last race at Keeneland. Number 3, Maltese Superb. Yukata Taki has been champion Japanese jockey 10 times. Earlier this year, moved his tack to Southern California, where he plans to ride for a couple of years. But he's on a real outsider with this Japanese-trained filly. Number 4, Collect the Cash, did in Keeneland's Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth Challenge Cup at 25-1, her 4th straight win. And by the way, a new Kentucky racing rule eliminates entries in $1 million races, or Collect the Cash would be coupled with Perfect Sting. This filly ensures an honest pace for her stablemate. The 5 is Tranquility Lake. Mr. and Mrs. Marty Wygod, the owners, have a Tranquility Lake on their California property. However, things were anything but tranquil for this filly earlier this year when a spider bite put her out of action for a while. A front runner, she's won all 3 starts this year. Number 6, Goldamix, a 3-year-old filly who also has only 3 races this year in France and has yet to win. This filly's owners, the Wertheimer brothers, own the '93 Breeders' Cup Turf winner, Kodashan. Number 7 is Fly for Avy, a Canadian-trained mare who's right at home as the distances stretch out. Comes off a nose victory after a troubled trip in Woodbine's Grade 1 E.P. Taylor Stakes. Number 8 is Perfect Sting, owned by Frank Stronach, who's awesome again. Won the Classic here 2 years ago. This filly has had 5 starts this year and lost only once, her last out at Keeneland. Number 9, Snow Polina, ridden by the leading Breeders' Cup jockey Pat Day. Gary Tanaka purchased this mare last year, brought her from Europe to the U.S. Her biggest win came in the Beverly D at Arlington. She's one of the few who have won at this 1 3/8 distance. Number 10, Colstar, owned by Beverly Steinman, a newspaper publisher from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. After losing 2 straight to Perfect Sting, she ran the biggest race of her life to win Belmont's Flower Bowl handicap. Number 11 is Spanish Fur in the Juddmonte-Frankel connection. This mare has been chasing Perfect Sting in Tranquility Lake all season. Comes off a 2nd in the Yellow Ribbon. Number 12, Pico Tenerife, named for a landmark on Barbados, where owner Eugene Melnick lives. Her only win of the year back in February. 13, Catella, German-owned and bred mare, who's been very competitive in European Group 1s, often facing the males. And in 6 races at this distance, she has 3 wins and 2 seconds. And number 14, Cafe Latte, who may need a shot of caffeine from that outside post. Baffert-trained mare has been running with the best in California with mixed success. 3 wins, but comes off a 5th in the Yellow Ribbon.
They've got her settled down now. It looks like they'll continue to load from here.
And there's Catella, the German mare, balking big time.
Yeah, Catella, when she first walked up to the gate, sucked back like that, but now it looks like they're going to try to get a running start to load.
Kit DeSarmo gave her an old-fashioned Cajun nudge in the ribs there.
She needed it. She might need more than that, though. Kit DeSarmo might have to go to the whip before the race. All the other horses are standing in the gate beautifully. They're all handling this very well. Hopefully they'll be able to get Catella into the gate in good order.
Nope, she says no. Now easing up toward the gate. Let's go to Tom Durkin for the call.
And 2 horses remaining behind the gate now. As Colstar has gone in and now waiting for Cafe Latte. They're in the gate. And right at the start, Spanish Fern, and Spanish Fern has been pulled up and pulled out of the race. Spanish Fern has been pulled up. Victor Espinosa dismounts. In the meantime, the rest of the field continues on their way, and it is Maltese Superb who is out to establish the early pace, followed by Collect the Cash, who will be the prompter as they come into the stretch for the first time. Toucherman hugs the hedge in 3rd position. Tranquility Lake is just off the pace today. She's running in 4th. The Gray Golden Mix is 5th. The favorite Petrushka, a ground-saving 6th. She's got a good spot in the early going. Snow Polina is now 7th, followed by Perfect Sting. Running in mid-pack, she's 8th. Pico Tenerife in the clear 9th, followed by Colstar, the German filly Catella, and at the back of the pack, Fly for Avy and stretch-running Cafe Latte. It's a sensible pace here, established by the Japanese filly Maltese Superb. The first quarter in 24 and change and a half goes in 48 and 2/5 seconds. The field rounding the clubhouse turn now. Maltese Superb and Takataki, the leaders down. Here's Collect the Cash to confront her as they move into the backstretch. Collect the Cash now makes a move with 5 furlongs remaining here. The leader now in front by a head. The early leader Maltese Superb is back in 2nd. Tranquility Lake cruising along in 3rd. Toucherman is moving very comfortably, drafting in behind the leaders 4th as they approach the half-mile pole now. There goes Snow Polina making her move. Snow Polina moves up to be 5th. Golden Mix is now 6th. Petrushka is in behind horses. She's 7th, but she's only 4 lengths from the lead. And Perfect Sting is launching her bid as the field moves into the far turn. Now Perfect Sting is picking off horses one by one as they round the far turn. Tranquility Lake has come away with the lead. Snow Polina is right there. Collect the Cash. Perfect Sting on the outside. Toucherman's in behind the lead. Golden Mix. Petrushka's got a lot to do. She's still 6 lengths behind as the field comes to the top of the stretch. And Colstar is uncorking her rally. And the German filly, Catella, is in with the chance. And they're coming into the final furlong now. And on the outside it is Perfect Sting. Perfect Sting has come away with the lead. Toucherman is full up and driving 2nd. Snow Polina toward the rail. Catella coming down to the final 16. It is Perfect Sting clinging desperately to the lead. Toucherman, 2nd best to Perfect Sting, the winner. Perfect Sting wins by length. Toucherman finishing 2nd, and Catella was 3rd. Well, Jerry Bailey biding his time to win it in 2 minutes and 13 seconds flat. And that equals the course record here at Churchill Downs. Tom Hammond.
All right, Tom, equaling the course record. Perfect Sting. The last race at Keeneland, raised some doubts about Perfect Sting. Measured the early leaders and then holding off to Charmant again, reversing the order of finish in their last race at Keeneland. Perfect Sting on her way to the Turf Mare Championship with a victory here in the Filly and Mare Turf, as Tu Charmant and Chris McCarron on her flank, but Perfect Sting digs in and holds on for the victory. Joe Orsina, B. Faulkner, who writes the books, the names they give them, says that she's by Red Ransom. Ransom suggests a crime. To a lesser degree, so does a sting operation. So Perfect Sting pays $12, $6.20 and $4.60. Tu Charmant second. Catella, the German mare, was third. Mike?